All right, everyone. Welcome to Ligue 1 here on Wellington Sports Radio. Pierre Moss here with you. Our first Sunday offering of the season features Stade Rennes hosting the defending Ligue 1 champions and two-time defending European champions PSG. Rennes, the home team, they are wearing red shirts this afternoon with black shorts, white numerals and lettering. Meanwhile, the champions PSG, they're in all white this afternoon, blue and red trim along the front of the jersey, blue numerals and blue lettering, all white kits this afternoon for PSG, and looking sharp per usual are the Parisians. Early on in this first half for you, Australia. Now the Warren Zaire Emery, a long shot from just outside the penalty area. It is wide from the young French midfielder Warren Zaire Emery, part of the French squad in this summer's World Cup, and well-deserved spot on that team. And now we have an early injury here for Rennes. It's Samare. It seems as if he's okay. He's trying to get the referee's attention, trying to say he got clipped on the left ankle. He seems to be okay, and the referee just essentially ignores him. All right, so a goal kick coming up for Rennes. Reece Samba, one of the best goalkeepers in the league, in goal today for the home squad, Rennes. But PSG forces the turnover. You don't want to turn it over in your own end against this PSG squad. They have way too many weapons. Dembele and this man here on the ball, Cavatrielli, is Lucas Hernandez. Not necessarily known for goal scoring, but will certainly help out defensively as always. We're going to get you caught up on the scoreboard, the timing anyway, in just a moment. All right, so Rennes are the only team to have beaten PSG at least 8 times in recent memory. In fact, the last time these two teams played at Roazhon Park, the home stadium of Rennes, Rennes won that match by a score of 3-1. Last game of match day one here to start off the Ligue 1 season for 26-2027. PSG, they have won 9 of their last 11 opening games of a Liga McDonald's season. Can PSG keep that streak going? They've already won the European Super Cup against Aston Villa earlier this month, but just last Sunday, they did lose the French Super Cup to Lens, at Lens. We're edging towards 6 minutes on the clock. Still scoreless between Rennes and PSG. Here's Lucas Hernandez. Oh, by the way, yesterday Lens followed that French Super Cup victory. They followed it up with a very good win at home, 5-2 over Auxerre. Good long ball down the left for Desire Doué. Doué cutting inside. Doué still on the ball. Now, João Neves back in the starting 11 in the midfield for PSG. Doué to Kvaratskhelia. He tries to put in the cross, and that is blocked by Valentin Rongier. Ousmane Dembele, the former Ballon d'Or winner from 2025, will take the corner, first corner of the match for PSG. And it's not a very good corner. It's cleared very easily by Rennes. And now they're in possession deep in PSG's territory. There's a cutback inside by Altamari. Samari putting one in the penalty area. Vitinha intercepts it and eventually able to clear. Rennes back in possession. And now PSG will take over in their own half. Here's João Neves. Neves to Kvaratskhelia. A lot of these PSG players were involved in World Cup action. Kvaratskhelia, the Georgian, was not one of those players. Here's Doué. Doué working on Frankowski. Doué, cross coming in, blocked away by one of the newest Rennes defenders, Charlie Cresswell. Quick throw-in taken by PSG. Cross-field ball for Ashraf Hakimi, the right back. Here's Kvaratskhelia. Kvaratskhelia with the fancy footwork, trying to dance his way inside. Lost the ball eventually. And now Rennes eventually cleared the line to get up to Esteban Lepau. Here's Altamari. Altamari coming forward. They drop it off. Long shot outside the building. It's a goal! Goal for Rennes! Zemanski! The hosts have taken a 1-0 lead over the champions. Oh, what a goal in the 9th minute from Zemanski. It came off an excellent defensive clearance by Rennes. They worked their way upfield. Zemanski had a lot of space and a wide open shot from just outside the penalty area. He made the run from deep. And the assist is going to go to another new Rennes player, Adrian Thomasson, coming over from Lens in the offseason. Oh, what a strike from Zemanski with the left foot. Safonov dove to his right, dove the right way, but it is in off the inside of the crossbar. And Rennes now lead 1-0. 10 minutes on the clock. All right, so we are now caught up with the scoreboard and the clock. All right, so Zemanski with the 9th minute goal for Rennes, giving his squad a 1-0 lead. Plenty of time for PSG to try to answer. They're going to try to answer right now. Doué striding through the middle. Got taken down. No foul called. This Rennes team will not be intimidated one bit by this powerful PSG squad. Sebastian Zemanski, the goal scorer for Rennes in the 9th minute. Back come PSG, however. This is João Neves. Drops it off for Kvaratskhelia, trying to get to the belly. It falls to Doué. Doué's shot is blocked. Rennes will clear their lines. Marquinhos recovering for PSG all the way back to his halfway line. Live win probability 38% in favor of Rennes, 37% in favor of PSG, 25% in favor of a draw. PSG back in possession. You would expect this PSG squad to have the majority of possession in this match, as they will in most matches this season. Here's Vitinha. Vitinha, good crossing inside to Doué. Nope, that was not Doué. That was actually Hakimi. And Cresswell with another block. And the ball's going to go behind for a PSG corner. Ousmane Dembele to take the corner for PSG. Corner comes in. Nice height, but cleared by Rennes. Here's Vitinha. Vitinha, that is too far out in front of Marquinhos, who couldn't bring it down. Safanov and goal for PSG. Hernandez, Pacho, Marquinhos, and Hakimi the back four. Neves, Vitinha, and Zaire Emery midfield. And Kvaratskhelia, Dembele, and Doué up front for PSG. Now Rennes coming forward again. Samare. He'll drop it up for Altamari. His shot blocked. Now tussling for the ball. Rennes back on it again. Valentin Rongier. He's faced PSG plenty of times in his career, especially as the former captain of Marseille. Ferran Torres is on the bench this afternoon for PSG, their newest signing from Barcelona. Oh, by the way, he scored the World Cup winning goal for Spain this summer. By the way, as far as PSG is concerned, their normal left back, Nuno Mendes, suspended for today's game because he was sent off in the French Super Cup final last Sunday versus Lens. Just about 15 minutes on the clock, and PSG find themselves down 1-0. Lucas Hernandez taking the left back spot today. Normally a center half, but can also play at the fullback spot as well. Here's Vitinha. Oh, the fancy footwork. Vitinha getting loose inside the penalty area, but lost the ball. Here's Warren Zaire Emery, part of this awesome PSG midfield. Rennes will have a challenge trying to control that trio this afternoon. Here's Dembele. Now Vitinha. Neves. Out wide to Hakimi. Hakimi to Neves. Lucas Hernandez is getting involved now. Kvaratskhelia wide left. He gets the ball from Douay. Kvaratskhelia down the line, and it is going to be looks like another corner coming up. Yep, that's off Frankowski. Third corner of the match already for PSG. We're not even 20 minutes into the match. Dembele's corner, that's a better one. But PSG still can't do anything real with that. Now Dembele on the ball again. Zaire Emery trying to hold on to it. And good defensive work by Sebastian Szymanski, the goal scorer. Just take a look at the replay, and that had plenty of velocity on that shot. Safadov tried his best to keep it out, but he wasn't able to. And to be quite honest with you, not very many goalkeepers would have been able to keep out a shot of that quality and of that velocity. Here's Vitinha for PSG. The possession stats way in favor of PSG. 71-29. 71%, 29%. Once again, no real surprise. But it is Rennes who lead in the most important stat. Goals. They lead 1-0. You're always welcome to like, comment, and subscribe here on YouTube. I want to thank you guys so very much. We're going to have more sports action for you in the next few weeks, the next few months ahead here on the channel. We want you to join us for all of it. We're going to have high school football, college football, pro football, a little bit of baseball for you. We're going to have basketball for you. And some hockey as well. Samba now going long for Thompson. Now Szymanski. Here's Samari. Back to Szymanski. Szymanski out wide for Frankowski. Frankowski trying to find Szymanski, who made a good diagonal run, but Kavica Kvaratskhelia able to get in front of Szymanski and force the ball into touch. That will be should be a goal kick for PSG, and it is. Oh, by the way, Sebastian Szymanski is one of the most duels so far in this match. 5 of them. Oh, goodness, a good long ball. They're on side. Oh, what a chip. What a chip. But it's not going to count offside against PSG. Desir Douay with a lovely chip or a Samba, but he starts his run just a tad bit too early, coming off the right wing. It was a lovely left-footed chip or a Samba, but all for naught, offside called against PSG. And now the head referee is consulting with the VAR booth. He may be getting consultation, and the call will stand. No goal for PSG. Decision maintained. All right, so Rennes still up 1-0. We're in the 22nd minute. Rosezone Park in Rennes, France is the venue. All right, ball played back to the Rennes goalkeeper, Brice Samba, who plays it forward. And now PSG back in possession. Here's Vitinha near the halfway line. Down the left side for João Neves. Neves looking for help. Finds it in Vitinha. Two Portuguese midfielders combining. They both played on the Portuguese World Cup team this summer. As did their suspended teammate for today, the left back Nuno Mendes. This is Hernandez. Now Neves. Dembele dropping deep. Now Zaire Emery. Here's Hakimi off the right side. Dembele. Oh, try to play it through for a teammate, but couldn't find him. It's going to be a goal kick coming up for for Rennes. And now Rennes having trouble getting out of their own end here. And they didn't get away. But PSG turned it over. Now Rennes will have a second opportunity to get out, and they nearly did. And now Zemanski, the goal scorer, he is down after a challenge by one of the PSG players. I think it was João Neves. Let's see. Yeah, it was Neves. Late more than anything. It was João Neves. 25th minute. Rennes 1. PSG 0. Back come Rennes. LaPaul looking for Samare, but that ball had a little too much on it. And it goes straight to Safanov, who plays it quickly upfield for PSG. And now Rennes win it back. Very aggressive defense by Rennes. Cross coming in from out wide for LaPaul, who barely got a foot onto it, couldn't steer it on goal. And now Lucas Hernandez comes a little bit for PSG. Here's Neves. Hernandez. Now Doué. Neves on the ball again for PSG. Cutting inside is Dembele, and he lost the ball. Here comes Doué popping up on off the left hand side now. And Doué got tripped right in the middle. Not too far from where the penalty area is. The foul is going to be committed All right, so PSG with a free kick from a very advantageous position. Kvaratskhelia is over it, as Sakimi, as is Vitinha. I think we know this is either going to be Kvaratskhelia or Hakimi taking this free kick for PSG. Four-man wall for Rennes. Here comes a free kick from Australia, and it bounces off the wall, goes behind for a goal. Nope, sorry, not a goal kick, a corner for PSG, and that was Cresswell with another block. This time, he got his head in the way. Dembele's corner, an attempted header, is blocked by Rennes. Out Samari. He loses out to Jao Neves. Here's Vitinha. Vitinha over the top for Australia. We're approaching the final 15 minutes of this first half. Dembele, they got the ball inside the penalty area. The pass coming in, or the cross coming in rather. Again, Charlie Cresswell getting in the way of the Desire Doué's cross. Short corner taken from PSG. This is Dembele. The cross is nice and high. It's put in the air, but they can't do anything with it. Nightfall at Rosone Park on a lovely Sunday in France. Rennes, France, to be exact. We'll be back in a few moments. All right, we're back to the action. We're in the 33rd minute. Rennes still lead PSG by a score of 1-0. I have to be honest, in terms of kits, I think I like the PSG white kit better than I do their blue kit this season. There's out Samari ahead for Cresswell, who is getting really far forward. Now he's got to sprint back to his defensive spot, and he better do it quickly. Here come PSG, cross coming in, blocked, and a shot coming in from PSG. That's blocked as well. Rennes have done very well defensively so far this afternoon. Here's Frankowski, and the ball is going to go out of play off of Lucas Hernandez. There'll be a throw in for Rennes. Frankowski's throw in for Rennes, who, by the way, are playing a 4-1-4-1 formation this afternoon under their manager, Frank Hayes, veteran French manager. As far as positioning, William Pacho has been the deepest of the center halves defensively. No real shock there. PSG down a goal. 10 minutes left to play in the first half. Lucas Hernandez. Good ball in for João Neves. Neves all the way back out to Zaire Emery. Here's Dembele. Dembele. Plenty of contact. No foul call. And now Rennes will try to clear their lines. And they just about do. For PSG takes possession again. There's a good run by Doué down the right side again. And let's see. Will be a corner again for PSG. It will be. Doué to Vitinha. Vitinha, the cross coming in. Headed away by the Rennes defense. Here's Kvaratskhelia. Drops it off for Lucas Hernandez. Hernandez bumped near the penalty area by Cresswell. No foul call. Cresswell clears his line. The referee letting a lot go this evening as far as physical contact. What he's saying is you got to be able to play through some contact and stuff. And I agree. Doué popping up on the right side again. Doué got past his man. Doué throwing for Dembele! And Dembele shot from inside the penalty area goes high and wide. And this is actually the setup from Hakimi. Hakimi with the beautiful setup, the layoff for Dembele. And normally Dembele, he buries that one, but did not do so on this occasion. Really should have been 1-1 there. but it's not. It's Rennes 1, PSG 0. Now offside will be called against PSG. They play a long ball forward. And oh boy, I think Rennes just scored again. Yes, they have. Esteban Lepore, who they acquired last season from Angers. It is Rennes 2, PSG 0, and the champs are in trouble. A good long ball played down the right side. I think this is out Samori on the ball. Yep. Beautiful back heel to Frankowski, who was making the run from deep. And Frankowski putting the perfect cross for Esteban Lepore. And he beats Safarov to his left, beats him near post. And it is now Rennes 2, PSG 0. Do we have an upset brewing here in Rennes on match day 1 of the 26-27 Liga season? Szymanski in the 9th minute, Lepore in the 38th minute. Rennes 2, PSG 0. You would have to think there would be some halftime changes to this PSG lineup. That was a really beautiful pass move from Rennes that really carved up the PSG defense. PSG needs to find an answer and fast. Warren Zaire, here's Hakimi. Hakimi to Dembele. Dembele trying to find shooting room, can't. Jao Neves is shot. Saved by Brice Samba. Samba had to dive to his left to keep it out. That Dembele shot attempt was blocked by Valentin Rongier. So live win power ability 70% now for Rennes, just 12% for PSG, 18% in a draw. Can PSG find an answer within the last 5 minutes of this first half? Hakimi to Doué. All right, Brice Samba with the goal kick for Rennes. Rennes on the ball again. Samari, oh, he gave it away. That come PSG. Oh, that's a nasty challenge there. Doué goes down. Yellow card for Adrian Thomasson, who already has an assist in this game on the first Rennes goal. Adrian Thomasson, ooh, as definitely a very sharp-looking challenge from Adrian Thomason, former Lens player. Free kick coming up from PSG, 43rd minute. Free kick is taken short to Hakimi. Back for Vitinha. Hakimi on the ball. Hakimi is. Nope, that was not Hakimi. That was actually Doué. Are they going to say free kick PSG here? Doué certainly wants a free kick for PSG. All right, so free kick for PSG. First half winding down. So the free kick for PSG comes it up. Hakimi shot way over the bar. Frank Hayes will certainly be pleased with his Rennes squad after the way they played in this first half. But there is a whole second half to go. If you're Rennes, you want to keep your foot on the gas as the second half approaches. Now PSG coming forward. All right, so we're going to have 2 minutes of added on time. Oh, Rennes with a steal here. This is Samare down the left. Can they get a third? Samare shooting. Just wow. Let's see, that was not Samari. That was actually Nagita, one of the defenders, making a bid. Not a bad effort from the defender, Nagita. Halfway through the added on time of 2 minutes. For Australia. Neves. 45 seconds left of added on time at the end of this first half. And now running with yet another steal. This is Samare. I don't think they're gonna get that field quick enough to try to get a shot away. Here's Valentin Rongier harassing Vitinha, and he takes the ball from him. A little over 20 seconds left. A little under 20 seconds, I should say, in the first half. And the referee has blown the final whistle for the end of this first half, and shockingly enough, it is Rennes who hold a 2-0 lead over the defending champions PSG. All right, we're going to take a short break here on Wellington Sports Radio. Thank you guys so much for listening, tuning in, and all that good stuff. Please don't forget to share, like, comment, and subscribe if you like what you hear. If you like what you're hearing on Wellington Sports Radio. We'll be back in just a few moments here on Wellington Sports Radio. All right, everyone. Welcome back to League on Action here on Wellington Sports Radio. And surprise, surprise, it is Rennes holding a 2-0 lead at halftime over Paris Saint Germain. So, what we're going to do at this time, we're going to get you caught up on all the scores that happened on this opening weekend of Liga Action. And it was definitely a weekend full of goals around Liga. In fact, every match other than two, okay, goals were scored in those matches. So let's take it back to Friday. Olympique Marseille hosting Strasbourg. They won. Marseille won 4-0. I mean, Guiri scored twice in that matchup for Marseille. And then yesterday, we had five matches. Lens defeated Auxerre 5-2. Florian Thauvin scored twice in that game for Lens. Le Mans and Brest, that was a 2-2 draw. Nice and Lorient, scoreless draw. Toulouse lost at home 2-0 to Olympique Lyon. Troyes and Paris FC played to a scoreless draw. And we had two games earlier today. Angers lost at home to Lille 2-0. Olivier Giroud scored one of the goals in that match for Lille. And Le Havre defeated Monaco. I'm sorry, Monaco beat Le Havre on the road 1-0. The goal scorer in that match, an unlikely source, Eric Dyer, scoring the goal for Monaco. Okay, so match day 2 starts off like this. This coming Friday, it will be Lille in their home opener hosting champions PSG at 2:45 Eastern. And then on Saturday, the 11:15 a.m. matchup, Strasbourg in their home opener, they will face Lens. And four 2:45 matches for you. Auxerre hosting Angers, Brest hosting Toulouse, Lorient versus Troyes, and Olympique Lyon versus Le Havre. And on Sunday, the 9 a.m. matchup, next Sunday rather, 9 a.m. matchup, Paris FC hosting Nice. 11:15 a.m., Rennes will be back at home again, this time hosting Le Mans. And the 2:45 matchup, the big one, Monaco hosting Marseille. Both teams coming off wins in match day 1. They'll be looking to both of those teams will be looking to get all 3 points to try to get 2 wins out of 2 in this league on season. Okay, so let's get to other scores that happened earlier today in the world of soccer. Premier League, there were 3 matches in that league. Brighton and Hove Albion absolutely destroyed Aston Villa by a score of 4-0. Manchester City had to come back against Bournemouth at home. They beat them 2-1. Newcastle United and Liverpool in the Kevin Keegan Memorial game. That match ended in a 2-2 draw. In La Liga, Atletico Madrid and Villarreal played to a 2-2 draw. Getafe defeated Racing Santander 1-0. And in progress, Elche and Barcelona, they're scoreless. That match in the 11th minute. In Serie A, Juve got a road win over Frosinone by a score of 1-0. Lecce They got a road win as well. They defeated Venezia 2-0. Halftime, Atalanta leads Sassuolo 1-0. Also at halftime, Torino and AC Milan. That match is scoreless. One match from the championship today in England. West Bromwich Albion, they defeated Burnley by a final score of 3-1 earlier today. All right, folks, so that is it for the halftime show. Second half coming your way in just a matter of moments. Rennes with a 2-0 lead over PSG. Szymanski and Lepal, the goal scorers for Rennes. I can tell you right now, as we start the second half between Rennes and PSG, PSG have made two changes, and really, it's to the surprise of no one. Ferran Torres and Mika Götze have come into the ball game for PSG to start the second half. Kavic Kvaratskhelia, he heads to the bench, and I don't see Ousmane Dembele out there either. So, two of the big boys for PSG, they have been taken out of the game, replaced by the two new attacking signings, Mika Götze and Ferran Torres, who of course scored the game-winning goal in the World Cup. I don't see any halftime changes to the Rennes lineup. I would not change that either if I were them. All right, so PSG looking for answers. They don't have any wins in the last 28 games after going down 2-0 in Liga McDonald's. That's 5 draws and 23 losses. Oh, a giveaway by PSG. They can't keep doing that. And Gita with a really good interception. But now PSG back on the ball. Early moments of this second half. Ferran Torres on the ball now for PSG. Cross coming in. It's a low cross. Blocked by Ngita. And now a corner coming up for PSG. And it's going to be Mika Gotts to take the corner for the Parisians. So let's see if Gotts and Torres can have an impact here in the second half. Gotts corner, headed away, and then headed away again. A little bit of contact near the penalty area, but out comes Rennes. Oh, what a nice move that was. That was out Samari. He did some good things that first half too for Rennes, but then a giveaway here. Here come PSG. Mika Gotts wants the ball. Instead, the shot is taken by Desir Doué, and now we have a couple of Rennes players down. Doué taking down Cresswell. And Ike Boudial, he went down as well. I believe he was on blocked the shot. Yes, he was. And he blocked that one with his left leg, the inside of his left leg, and that's why he went down. Fabian Ruiz amongst the PSG players warming up. Would not be surprised if he enters the game at some point. Samba with the long goal kick. Ike Boudial for Rennes. They did so very well in that first half. They need to keep it going because this PSG team, even though they're down 2 goals, they can be so very dangerous. And it's looking like a change of formation for PSG. They've gone to a back three with Hernandez, Pacho, and Marquinhos as the center half. See, that's exactly what they've done. Good cross-field ball. Now the cross coming in, blocked by the Rennes defense again, and now they'll clear. Here's LaPaul. LaPaul, all kinds of space, trying to get it to Samare. Samare, can't cut it back for LaPaul. And it's going to be a goal kick coming up for PSG in the 50th minute. That was a really good ball in from LaPaul, but Samari couldn't get it back to him. '51st minute. PSG still looking for their first Liga goal of the season. Marquinhos. Now Hakimi. Hakimi right between the legs of a Rennes defender. Hakimi gets it back. Hakimi taken down and fouled. It's Boudial making a challenge on Ashraf Hakimi. And Hakimi definitely got the worst of that. But right before that, he absolutely made a mincemeat of Nagita. Magnus Akliouche, another of the PSG new signings, warming up right now. Started in that Super Cup final, French Super Cup final. Oh, cross coming in from Hakimi, but the new one in particular. PSG still on the ball, however. And then Doué loses out. And now a free kick will go the way of Rennes because Adrian Thomason was knocked down in the build-up. In fact, it was Mika Gotts, and if anything, it was Thomas who knocked himself down. He actually, his follow through, made contact with Mika Gotts. All right, back on PSG. Oh, they tried a through ball for Ferran Torres, but it didn't get through. Good defending yet again from Rennes. This Rennes team has been very well schooled defensively. At halftime, PSG had 10 shots in total, but only one was on target. Doué inside the penalty area, drops off for Gotts. Nice little back heel for Vitinha. Vitinha lost it briefly, then got it back. Here's Hakimi. This Rennes squad is in the face of every single PSG player that gets to the ball. Doué cutting inside. He'll shoot. Saved by Samba. And the rebound to Zaire Emery. And Samba saves again. I thought for the world that Warren Zaire Emery was going to put home the rebound, but he doesn't. Really good shot by Doué to start with. Great save by Samba diving to his left. And then Warren Zaire Emery, he had the rebound, but then Samba dives further to his left to keep that one out. That's why he's one of the best goalies in the league, folks. Here's Ike Boudial striding forward for Rennes. Now Thomason. Ngita. Ngita again. Now Rongier. Rennes trying to extend their 2-goal advantage. Here's Samare. Plenty of space on the left. Samare cross coming in and blocked away by the PSG defense. Here's Hakimi. Hakimi, he'll play it long. This is Mika Gotts on the ball. Mika Gotts trying to make an impact here in his PSG debut. Gotts drops off for Doué. Back to Gotts. Back to Doué, and Doué will play it back for Neves. Now Warren Zaire Emery. Here's Hakimi. Vitinha. Doué in space. Doué. Vitinha. This is Neves. Now Vitinha. Gortz. Back to Vitinha. Now Gortz, and he's going to be offside. Mika Guts coming over rather from Ajax in the offseason. All right, so Rennes, they were on the ball briefly, but then Hakimi in some trouble here in his own end. He gives it away. Samare. Cross coming in. He had a wide open Rongier. Decided not to give it to him, and Rangier's letting him know about it, as he should. Rongier was in space and probably could have did a little something with that, but he was ignored by Smith Samara. 58th minute, Rennes 2, PSG 0. Magnus Akliush getting ready to come into the game for PSG. He'll be making his Liga debut for PSG. And now Samari just took down Hakimi. So shots on target, 3 for PSG, 2 for Rennes. And now Hakimi, he's up on his feet, but stretching out his left leg. Looks like Vitinha is going to take this free kick for PSG, 59th minute. Vitinha takes a deep breath. It's an in-swinging free kick and headed away by Rennes. PSG back on the ball. Vitinha playing it out wide to right for Duet. Vitinha to Hakimi. Back for Vitinha. And now Vitinha has got to play it all the way back to his goalkeeper, Safanov. Such is the pressure of this Rennes defense. Vitinha going long ball for Hakimi. That's intercepted. There was a foul on a Rennes player, but it wasn't called. So play was allowed to continue. And in fact, PSG have 2 more subs ready. Fabian Ruiz and Magnus Akliush. They will be coming into the game. Let's see who they replace. João Neves is coming out of the game. He'll be replaced by Fabian Ruiz. And Warren Zaire Emery is going to be replaced by Magnus Akliuch. So a little more offensive-minded moves for PSG. All right, 61st minute. Rennes 2, PSG 0. In the final game of the Liga Match Day 1 program. In this slot next Sunday will be Monaco hosting Olympique Marseille. All right, here comes PSG. Hakimi. Crossfield ball for Gotts. It never got to him. What's on the ball now for the Parisians? And now Fabian Ruiz, who just literally came into the game and now he is limping. I'm not sure what happened to him. He can barely move. Vitinha to Gotts. Now Doué. Doué's cross. That is deflected right into the hands of Samba. All right, so PSG back in possession. Hakimi cross coming to the middle of the area. Cleared again by Rennes. And oh, look at this. Safanov has to come away out of his goal. He gets clipped by a Rennes player. He just got clipped. And this is going to be a yellow card for, I believe, Al Samari. Lucho Enrique wants a red card. Safanov came way out of his goal. Al Samari and Safanov both going for the ball. And Safanov beat him to it. And Samari left the trailing leg in there. Left it behind for Safanov and trip over. Safanov is up and okay. Musa Al Samari is in the referee's book with a yellow card. And now the referee, he wants to hand a yellow card to someone, I believe, on the PSG bench. I think it's going to go to the manager, Lucho Enrique. Been a frustrating evening for the French champions. Yep, that was a yellow card for PSG's manager, Lucho Enrique. Aclius on the right. Now Marquinhos. Pacho. Here's Vitinha. Now Hakimi. Ferran Torres getting involved with the touches here for PSG. 25 minutes of regulation time left to go. As far as their shots are concerned, half of them have come outside the penalty area for PSG, the other half inside the penalty area. And still no goals. Oh, Torres trying to get to a teammate. And all he can do is pound the turf in frustration. Hakimi for PSG. And Vitinha give it away. Vitinha gave it away. Here come Rennes. LaPaul. And now a shot from distance. And that will be high above the crossbar. That was Nikita with that shot. He's had a good game today, Nikita. Definitely a defender that likes to get forward. And now PSG, who have already made 4 substitutions, getting ready to make their 5th one. It's going to be Lucas Beraldo coming into the match for PSG. Oh, Torres with a giveaway. PSG get it back. Marquinhos to Hernandez. Now Götze. Götze on the left. Here's Vitinha. Doué. Doué try to dummy at the Götze. It didn't work. Rennes clear their lines. PSG back on the ball, however. 68th minute. Götze. Now the cross comes in. Cleared away again by Rennes. And here come Rennes. They have numbers slightly. They're still going. And the wrong option was chosen by Altamari. They're still in possession here. A third goal here will just about put the match away. Oh, good defense work by Ferran Torres. And now a collision. PSG have the ball, so referee says play advantage. Charlie Cresswell, you think he's loving life in Rennes right about now? I would say so. Lucas Beraldo in the ball game, and he's going to replace Vitinha. So that means the entire starting midfield for PSG has been replaced in this match. That speaks volumes. Beraldo will take over in midfield. Coming up on 20 minutes left to play in the contest. Can PSG find a elusive first goal? No, by the way, PSG are now out of substitutions. Götze corner caught easily by Samba. And now Samba's throwing, trying to hit Laporte long. Plenty of contact between Hakimi and Laporte. And it goes PSG's way. There's Mika Götze. And the pass accepted and cleared. Here comes PSG. Ferran Torres, is he onside? Yes, he is. Ferran Torres scores in the 71st minute on his PSG debut. It was a good ball over the top for Torres. He timed his run beautifully, and he beats Samba. What a ball in by a fellow Spaniard, Fabian Ruiz. The two World Cup winners this summer combining, and that ball goes right through the legs of Samba. The last time Ferran Torres scored a goal in a competitive match, it was for Spain at this summer's World Cup that won Spain the World Cup. And now Rennes will make a change. Musa Atamari will exit. Livik Blas will come on to replace him. So it's Rennes 2, PSG 1. Can PSG rescue this one and come away with at least a point out of this match? That will remain to be seen. There's a ball into the penalty area. Rennes have it. Rongier. Nagita. His cross coming in. It's through everyone, but Blas is on it for Rennes. And now the ball is going to go over to PSG. This is Doué. Doué. Trying to get it back to Duck. The referee got in the way. And the referee apologizes. Didn't do it on purpose. The ball just so happened to come off of Rongier. Then into the referee. So live win probability. 59% for Rennes, 10% PSG, 31% are saying draw. Here's Hakimi. He goes down. No foul call. Rangier's ball intercepted. PSG starting to look a little more dangerous coming forward here in the last few minutes. 15 regulation minutes left. Rennes trying to hold on. The tackles are flying in very heavily from both teams. Samare. Las. Here come Rennes. Cross coming in. Blocked away. Hakimi keeping the ball in play for PSG. Hakimi to Ferran Torres. Torres, oh my goodness. A wide open man. The shot. Oh, just wide from Desir Doué. He can't believe it. Oh, if you're Desir Doué, you have to at least Worked the goalkeeper. Did not do it that time. Lucho Enrique just reminded the referee, hey, let's keep it out on the time wasting. Red and goal kick from Samba. Oh, a good steal there by Samare. Samare's cross. Blas in the penalty area. His shot blocked. And PSG cleared their line. Long ball forward for Douay. Douay to Akliouche, and let's see, offside called against PSG. 78th minute. Quinton Merlin, getting ready to come on for Rennes. He'll replace Nagita. And Zemansky, one of the goal scorers for Rennes this afternoon, he's going to be replaced by Marcolino. PSG out of substitutions. Rennes have two more mate. The PSG captain Marquinhos was given a yellow card, most likely for dissent. Just confirmation of Marquinhos receiving that booking. Hakimi, now Beralda, Fabian Ruiz. This is Miko Gotch trying to run it down. Keeps it in play. Cresswell watching him. 79th minute. Rennes nearly stole that pass. Gotch wide left. Gotch cutting in. Cross-field ball to the right for Hakimi. Vincent Merlin getting it forward for Rennes. That's a good idea. Oh, stolen. What a nice defensive play by Magnus Akliouche. Akliouche, he tried to cross. Not sure why he didn't try to shoot that one inside the penalty area. Tried to find Ferran Torres, but the pass was off target. Samari got caught napping on the ball. Akliouche came in from behind and stole it from him. All right, so Desir Douay been all over the map. Left, right, and center per usual for PSG. And now Sumare just got fouled by Marquinhos. 81st minute. Marquinhos has to be careful already on the yellow. Rennes 2, PSG 1. You can go to Liga.com to vote on who is your man of the match. You can do that before the end of the match. "23 crosses for PSG, just 9 for Rennes. William Pacho way upfield for PSG now and causing problems for Rennes. Accurate crosses, 5 for PSG, 3 for Rennes. So a lot of these crosses haven't been very accurate, especially in PSG's case. But here come the Parisians. Do a shot. Blocked by a Rennes defender. "82nd minute. Time beginning to run out. Oh, it's Ferran Torres! It's a header! Goal for PSG again! Ferran Torres! His second goal of the match! In his PSG debut! And this game is tied to a piece! Would you believe it? PSG down 2-0 for most of this match, being outplayed by Rennes. Oh, what a beautiful cross that was. Fabian Ruiz again. The two Spaniards combined for the first goal in the second half, and they've just combined for the second one. It's Rennes 2, PSG 2. Lucho Enrique, he loves it, as he should. 2 goals from Ferran Torres, 11 minutes apart, and the defending French champions are now tied at 2 goals apiece on the road at Rennes. And someone just received a yellow card. It's going to be Achraf Hakimi who gets the yellow for PSG. 84th minute. All 3 points are now up for grabs, folks. PSG's got the momentum, if you ask me. Rennes will be very fortunate just to come out here with a point now. Samare goes down, fouled by Marquinhos. Free kick coming up for Rennes. They take it quickly. What a comeback for PSG. Now the live win probability has shifted. 65% say draw, 26% for PSG, just 9% now for Rennes, and we're in the 85th minute. Ferran Torres showing why PSG had no problem paying Barcelona the money it took to get him to Paris. And boy, has it paid off. And now Rennes preparing their final 2 changes of the evening. Hernandez trying to this is Thomason to Merlin. Merlin in space. Oh, it's a beautiful cross. And did that go in? I'm not so sure. Blas got his head to it. He headed it downward. Safonov made the save. No doubt that will be looked at. Blas thinks it went in. But I'm not so sure. Game remains tied at 2. Rennes with the ball in the 86th minute. I have to see the replay of that Ludovic Blas effort again. Confirmation of Hakimi receiving the yellow for PSG. Here's Duet. Can Paris grab all 3 points here? This would be a stunning comeback from being down 2-0 on the road. Hakimi to Götze. Back to Hakimi. Look, that was not Götze. That was actually you, pardon me. This is Marquinhos. Götze out wide for Akliouche. Akliouche to Hakimi. Hakimi, the cross coming in. And it is cleared by Rennes. Here's Merlin. Quentin Merlin. Now the ball dropping very deep to help out defensively for Rennes rather. And now Lucho Enrique is incensed that a foul was called. Samari involved yet again. Ludovic Blas's effort. And I'll tell you what, that did not cross the line. And really, it was William Pacho who saved it off the line for PSG. So Arnaud Norden, former Saint-Étienne player, he's going to come on to replace Samare. And Frankowski is going to be replaced by Brian Reynolds. 88th minute. Those are the final 2 changes available for Rennes. Both teams out of substitutions. Lucas Hernandez for PSG. We're going to find out in a few moments just how many minutes of added on time we're going to have. Hakimi cuts it back. And, out of play, into touch. He tried to find Akliouche. Unsuccessful that time. Throwing for Rennes deep in their own half. All right, we've reached the 90th minute. Hot show on the ball now for PSG. A near steal by Rennes again. Here comes Mika Götze for PSG. Torres calling for the ball, as he should. Torres on a hat trick right now. Ruiz again. Akliouche out wide to Torres on the right. Torres attempt to cross his block. 20 seconds remaining in regulation. Game tied at 2 apiece. Which way will the 3 points go? Torres on the right for PSG. All right, we have 4 added on minutes. And we're in that right now. 4 added on minutes. Rennes 2, PSG 2. Substitutions have clearly worked for PSG, as two of them have combined for 2 goals. Fabian Ruiz providing the assist, and Ferran Torres providing the goals. '92nd minute. Who will find the winner? Here's Marquinhos. 1 minute remaining of added on time. Hakimi. Cross comes in right to Samba, who collects that one easily. Oh, Blas got knocked down. No foul call. Here come Rennes. Actually, it wasn't Blas. Someone else got knocked down. This is Livet Blas. Livet Blas. Blas shooting. Oh, just wide. Just wide to the left of Safanov. That would have been one of the great goals in Ligue 1 history had you scored that one. Final minute of added on time remaining. Rennes and PSG tied at 2 goals apiece. Rennes scored both of their goals in the first half. PSG, courtesy of Ferran Torres, have scored twice in the second half. This is Hakimi on the right side. Hakimi. Oh, he gave it away. Here's Quentin Merlin. Merlin. And he is interrupted. Marquinhos for PSG. 30 seconds left. Mika Götze. Here's Götze. Oh, his pass intercepted in the penalty area. 20 minutes left to go. We are approaching the end of the added on 4 minutes. And the referee has put this game to bed. What a comeback by PSG. Down 2-0. They make halftime substitutions. And they had to make some more substitutions, and those subs paid off. Ferran Torres, second half hero for PSG. He scored in the 71st, 82nd minutes. And it's going to be a disappointing draw for Rennes. They had control of this match for most of it. But PSG just kept coming in that second half. And eventually, they got through the Rennes defense. That was fun. We hope you'll be back here with us next Sunday. Got another fun one coming up for you. Monaco versus Olympique de Marseille from the Stade Louis II in Monaco. We hope that one is just as good, if not better than this one. That'll be our match day 2 matchup for Liga here on Wellington Sports Radio, coming up next Sunday at 2:45 Eastern. Our man of the match, we're going to go ahead and give it to Ferran Torres. He really made a difference for this PSG squad in his PSG Liga debut, by the way. He scored twice. An honorable mention will go to Fabian Ruiz for providing both assists on the goals. All right, everyone, this is going to do it for us from here. Pierre Moss signing off now from Wellington Sports Radio. Want to thank you guys so very much for joining us here for Liga Action Match Day 1. And boy, did it turn out to be a good one. Rennes had a 2-0 lead after 38 minutes. But then, second half, the defending French champions and defending European champions, they showed their mettle. Ferran Torres ends up getting 2 goals to tie this match at 2, and that's how it would stay. Rennes 2, PSG 2, final score from Roazhon Park. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. Pierre Moss signing off now for Sports Radio. We bid you adieu. We'll see you next week for more League on Action as Monaco hosts Marseille. Good night and goodbye for now.